People often ask me what I do, and it's very hard to describe because I'm dealing with areas of our life that most people aren't very familiar with. Very few people today are talking about how to actually access and deal with the emotional trauma of their ancestral download and their childhood trauma. And that's one part of what I deal with. I also am an energy healer. I'm also a psychic. So as we work with childhood damage that people have experienced, we find that there are spirits attached to that damage. Some of those spirits have actually been with the person since childhood. And I do what is called emotional oils therapy, and I use therapeutic grade oils, very similar to a massage, and I use them to connect the emotion, the feelings that a person has buried and often doesn't want to feel, and connect it to their expressions so that they can actually express those inner emotions and release them, and then they will stop being bothersome for them in their lives. So it's a pretty broad range, and what I do offer is I offer a half-hour consultation at no charge to just talk about what an individual needs. And if we have a fit, we have a fit. If we don't, that's fine. Most people are walking around today in a fair degree of need. I mean, we get up in the morning and we put our face on or have some coffee and we get all jacked up, The facade self gets ready to go out and greet the world. But behind it is a lot of damage. And so what I want to do is I want to help people connect that damage and get it out so that the person that they're walking around being actually becomes a complete and authentic person, free from addiction. So I had some clients that sent me testimonials after an experience with me, and I'd like to just read them. Because I think it's important for you to know that other people are having some great experiences in this work, and it's helping them. So this is from Michelle Briggs. Hi, Cy. I just wanted to thank you so much for the healing that you gave me on Saturday. I really enjoyed the day. Thanks again. And then from Joanne Richards on Vancouver Island. I just got back home to the island and wanted to express my wonder and gratitude at what happened at the theater today. I loved your vulnerability and openness, and both you and your lovely wife's generosity and intelligence. It was quite a day for me, and I feel a stirring of something deep and nearly forgotten. I feel very good about my time there today, and my husband even sensed a change in me tonight, and he doesn't notice much. Something powerful happened this day, and I welcome it. Thank you again. It was an honor to be included. So I wrote back and asked her if I could use this testimonial in my video. And she wrote back and said, "Of course you can use my email as you like. I meant every word of it and still feel warm and fuzzy thinking of Saturday. And I think of it often. It lifts me up and gives me a feeling of hope and strength. How lovely that there are people like you in the world." So we're working with new material. We're trying to find new ways to help people access and create that connection between their world that they're expressing and what happens when the soul starts to clear is everything gets in harmony. There's really no other word than that. I personally had some deep childhood pain that I had no idea was there. In fact, if somebody had told me 2 years ago that I would be doing this, I would have said they were totally insane. I used to make fun of people who believed in spirits. And you may make fun of me now. But when my work started with just my own personal work, and then what I discovered was so different than what I had heard anybody talking about. I mean, I went, well, are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Like, I'm discovering this stuff in myself. And so I felt a need to share it. And then I discovered a whole host of modalities and things that were going on that I had no idea about. I actually read some books, and the dots started to connect for me. I mean, I'm 65 years old. I used to take some medication for my acid reflux, but today I am medication free. And when I ride my bike, I can ride my bike further than I ever rode it before. I can ride my street strider up the mountain, which I couldn't do before. And so one of the things that I understand is that if we can connect that energy from the soul body and connect it to the physical body, everything starts to heal. When I had an emotional clearing just the other day, it was amazing that I felt so many different feelings and inclinations and desires and motivations. Just that one childhood damage had locked up massive amounts of my capability. And what I want to do is to become a more capable, complete human being, so that I can do the desires that I was born with, not the desire to maintain my addictions, but the desires I was born with, which fundamentally the most powerful is to connect with God, to find and experience soulmate love, and to live in harmony in this earth. So that's what my practice is all about. And I'm happy to spend some time with you, and just contact me, and we'll see what we can do together. Thank you.